Take two. All right. My wife came home one evening, Sarah, stared at me as I was just on the couch blindly scrolling through Netflix and said, "What have you been up to?" And I couldn't really give her a straight answer because honestly, I really didn't know. It was one of those rare nights that I had the house to myself. Sarah has a group of friends that once every couple of months they do bingo night. And I know that sounds lame, but they don't call it bingo. They call it witchy bingo, but they don't call it witchy bingo. They call it something that rhymes with that. And they have a ball. My kids, this particular night, were kind of spread out. A couple of here at Granny's and one over to friends. Just me. So what was I going to do? Was I going to catch up on some work that I was behind on? Was I going to finally start on the honeydew list that I've been neglecting? Nope. I cracked open a pale ale, plopped down on the couch, and was going to find an action movie, like a James Bond type with lots of car chases and shooting and espionage. Fantastic. I open Netflix, and you know what happens next. I scroll endlessly, mindlessly, looking at every possible trailer, at every genre, at every possible turn. And I couldn't find the one that spoke just to me. I'd researched Rotten Tomatoes, I'd done everything under the sun to figure out which movie I should watch. Uh, what I did was simply got overwhelmed. I had too many options and I couldn't make the decision and narrow it down to what I needed to do. This happens all the time in our business, in our life, everywhere. I remember when I first started creating explainer videos, I had three different types of videos that I can make, and I wanted everybody to know all about them. Back then it was a lot of whiteboard videos. I could do whiteboard. Now I can do animated whiteboard. And now I can do these business friendly ones that's 2D animated. And then I can do these modern ones that, they're kind of a cross between whiteboard and, oh gosh. And then I could even do these other, uh, you know, ones that were just cutouts and people would push the cartoons in. It was all over the place. And even then I didn't really have a narrowed structure down. What kind of video do you want? Well, let's talk about it. And then I could do a 30-second commercial, or I could do a 90-second explainer, or I could do a 15-minute training video. And it was hard to close those sales because people were overwhelmed with all of the options. And this happens with you too. I do business coaching. I have business clients. It's always one of the first things we talk about is, what do you offer? Well, Charles, we offer everything. We have a handyman service. So therefore, I can do a little bit of everything. I can do a little plumbing, a little electrical. I can, you know, put in new flooring, tinker with your roof. I can add on structure to the back of the house. I can do it all. I know. And it's overwhelming. I work a lot with financial advisors in all aspects, whether it's business coaching or explainer videos. Uh, I'll pull up one right now for myself. I won't tell you who it is, but they offer comprehensive financial planning, and they do it for both businesses and employers. And they offer tax-free planning and tax reduction and estate planning. And, well, do you need to know about your Social Security maximization, wealth preservation? What about your 401k? What about your workplace benefits? Do you know enough about your Roth? Ooh, how about insurance? We're into insurance. We offer all of it. And it's all right there on the website. And it's overwhelming. We're bombarded with about 5 to 10,000 marketing messages per day. Our inbox are overflowing. Our spouses, our kids, our parents, the in-laws, the outlaws, everybody has a million things for us to think about and us to do. And it turns out an overwhelmed customer is no customer at all. What does this mean for you? Narrow down the products and services that you offer. And that doesn't necessarily mean ditch the other things that you can do, but don't have it on your website, on your business card, in your elevator pitch. Just narrow down the top 2 or 3 things that you do and you do really well. That way your customer won't be overwhelmed. And then you can always offer the other products or services later as they get to know you. As for me, I never did get around to watching that movie. I finally narrowed it down to Skyfall, I think. A James Bond movie. Doesn't matter. Didn't get to watch it. What I did get to do was get a little embarrassed with my wife and then start on the honeydew list the following day.